Nomads, it's Tanya and welcome to Seattle, Washington. I flew in after my trip home to South Texas for Christmas, and I'm not just flying here for a visit, I am moving here. During the last 3 months, I've been pretty sick and spent most of my time in bed, but I was able to do a few job interviews while I was sick. The very first job interview I did for the job I have now, I was actually laying in bed flat while I was on the phone answering technical engineering questions. And by the grace of God, I got a second interview and I got offered a position working on Blue Origin rocket engines. So I have plenty of time to explore all of Seattle since I'm living here, but today I'm just hitting some of the top tourist sites. I've been to Seattle a few times before I moved here and before I started my YouTube channel, so I have some of my favorites. The first one today being the Space Needle. I am a sucker for a rotating restaurant, and the Space Needle, I believe, is the original rotating restaurant. The restaurant on top is super awesome. I've been there twice before, but because of COVID, it's not really open right now. It's just like a bar, and I'm not really gonna risk it. So if you only go to one place in Seattle, I definitely recommend Pike's Place Market, which is this great public market with fresh vegetables and seafood, and the location of the very first ever Starbucks, which is super popular, and something creamy and delicious that I'm gonna have for lunch. Also, it's right next to the waterfront, so a great location, and you can probably get a lot of social distance in too. So the first thing I did when I got here is go to Beechers Cheese Company, which is a place where they make fresh cheese, and you can see it on display, the curds being made, which is amazing. Cheese curds are kind of these like ununiform little bits of cheese that are really squeaky when you eat them, and this place is very famous for their world famous mac and cheese, which is supposed to be very delicious. It's $10 for an 8-ounce cup, but I'm sure it's going to be very decadent. That is very good. It's creamy, of course, but it has that sort of aged cheese taste, that little bitter, gritty taste that's so delicious. And it's nice and warm on this cold Seattle day, which is perfect. So So the mac and cheese comes in an 8 ounce and a 16 ounce, and the 8 ounce looks really small, but actually it was really filling because it's so rich. And of course, another popular stop here in Pike's Market is the original Starbucks. You can see there's already a line of people to get coffee. I don't want it that badly. I usually don't buy Starbucks because it's so expensive, but if you're into Starbucks, you gotta stop and get a coffee for sure. There are plenty of places to get coffee. There's actually one called Mocha Coffee that smells amazing, and I'm sort of tempted to get a coffee from. Another popular tourist spot right underneath the Pike's Place Market is this alley covered with gum called the Gum Wall. And people like to come and add gum to the wall. It's pretty nasty. There's even gum all over the floor. But it's really colorful and beautiful if you ignore the fact that it's a bunch of gum that's been in people's mouths. Another thing that I find really disgusting about this gum wall, besides, you know, the Band-Aid, is that the idea of putting your fingers in and out of your mouth during COVID. Oh, there's a little heart though. So I'm super full from that mac and cheese, but I'm gonna get a pierogi since I'm here because me and my brother saw a video on YouTube about it, and I think it'll make him happy that I am. I'm gonna get the smoked salmon because I hear it's good. It smells so good out here. It smells like fresh baked bread, which is... Even though I'm super full from the mac and cheese, I still got a pierogi from Pierogi. I got the smoked salmon pate one because I thought that would be the most delicious one since we're in Seattle and there's so much great seafood. It is so delicious. It's dotted with a little bit of dill on the bread and then the creamy pate on the inside. And the bread is fresh. You could smell the fresh bread when you're in line, which was amazing in itself. And the pate is creamy, fishy, but not bad fishy, savory fishy. And it probably has a lot of butter in it, but I'm doing it anyways because how often do you get to indulge in such delicious food? Well, I hope you enjoyed exploring a little bit of Seattle with me. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of Seattle and more of my explorations of the West Coast and beyond, subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when new videos are available. Until next time, bye!